Welcome to NYNJPA Weather, your weather source for the Northern Mid-Atlantic. I'm meteorologist Stephen DiMartino. Happy Thanksgiving out there. Let's check out this forecast. The forecast for Thanksgiving is basically a battle between two main features. One, a strong polar disturbance that has dived into the southern plains and will rocket up towards the Great Lakes, and of course our negative NAO block. Now this block is going to be very important because it's keeping high pressure that this evening is currently over Ontario and the St. Lawrence River Valley in place for a good portion of this storm that's coming up for tomorrow afternoon. So what can we expect for Thanksgiving? Well, we have plenty of moisture moving towards the northern Mid-Atlantic. We have a rather impressive cold air mass diving through the northern plains, and that will eventually reach the east coast. And we have a very warm air mass over the southern Mid-Atlantic and southeast. How will all of these features interact? Well, the latest forecast is the following. So here we are Thanksgiving morning. Now, there are a few features to keep an eye on. One, notice our high pressure center that's over Quebec. This high pressure system is going to slow down the advance of the warm front. As a result, if you're going out to the Thanksgiving Day parade, or if you just have any type of activity on Thanksgiving morning, the good news is that for the most part you will remain dry. As you move to the south of the Philadelphia metropolitan area and to central Pennsylvania, you're going to have a better potential to see some showers, but for the most part a lot of this rain is going to hold off. This high pressure center is directly resulted from the negative NAO pattern. Basically what we have is a large upper level low that is sitting around the Canadian Maritimes and slows down the storm that's approaching from the west, and also because there has to be a balance between these two low pressure systems, produces a high pressure center over Quebec and into the St. Lawrence River Valley. Now this high pressure system is doing one of two things. Actually two things, should I say. One, it's keeping the cool air in place over the northern Mid-Atlantic. Instead of temperatures surging into the 60s, they're pretty much blocked into the mid-40s for much of the day on Thanksgiving. The other thing it does is that it forces this low pressure system to redevelop towards the coast. Now in this case, this is what you call a Miller B storm, but in this case, the transition to the coast is going to take much longer. If this was, let's say, a winter storm, it'd still result in rain because the transition doesn't happen until the storm is into the New England coastal waters. But still, it's a lesson on the power of the negative NAO. As we move into the evening hours, the warm front starts to gain some ground and move north. The reason why is that the high pressure center starts to give away around Quebec, and as a result, our storm is able to move due east. So our warm front's going to surge north. As a result, we're also going to see moderate to heavy rain starting to develop throughout the northern Mid-Atlantic. After the afternoon hours, somewhere around 2-3 o'clock, on through the evening hours, watch out for moderate to heavy rain, reduced visibility, minor to moderate ponding on the roadways, increasing to moderate to at times major ponding as we move into the evening. This warm front, though, is not going to move all that much. It'll reach the Hudson Valley before stalling out as our cold front starts to approach from the west. Now as we move in tomorrow into Friday morning, the cold front surges west. Notice the isobars behind this cold front. It's tightly packed. It's cold and windy behind this cold front. So by Friday morning, our cold front's approaching. Moderate to heavy rain can be expected into the early afternoon hours, and then behind that cold front, temperatures fall like a rock. So your high temperatures on Friday morning as you're out for Black Friday and all that crazy shopping is probably going to be the warmest, temperatures in the upper 40s to lower 50s. From there, by the time you leave the store in the afternoon, well, they're going to be much colder with temperatures falling through the mid 40s and finally the 30s by the evening. Yes, the 30s. Hello, winter. So when you leave Friday morning, it'll be warm relative to what you can expect in the afternoon, which will be far colder. Now, what about the weekend? Will it remain stormy? How about cold and windy? Well, let's check it out. By Saturday morning, our cold front is well off the coast, but notice the isobars. They're tightly packed. This means that Saturday is going to be very windy. I'm expecting winds anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting over 30 miles per hour, And when you combine that with temperatures in the 40s for highs, well, that means our wind chills are going to be in the 30s, sometimes even the 20s. Also notice over the Great Lakes, if you have any plans out by Syracuse or Buffalo, watch out for the snow. There's going to be a lot of lake effect snow developing, especially to the east of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, and that is going to be problems when you're driving. So definitely take that into account for your Thanksgiving travels. But for the most part, though, the good news is that these disturbances will produce a few scattered snow showers, and that's it. No accumulation. And the weekend, although cold, at least it will be dry. Now, the other thing to also point out, though, is that when this low pressure finally lifts north, watch out for the wind gusts, especially if you're out there putting up Christmas decorations or anything of that nature, like I will be. If you're getting up on a ladder, use some caution here because these winds are going to be gusty both Saturday and Sunday. So to wrap up this Thanksgiving forecast, Thanksgiving morning, dry, still cool, but like I said, dry. That's the important thing. From Thanksgiving afternoon, Thursday afternoon, on through Friday morning, moderate to heavy rain can be expected, increasing at reaching the apex on Friday morning as that cold front moves through. And then Friday afternoon on through Saturday, temperatures crash into the 40s and 30s with strong winds on Saturday and Sunday, creating wind chills that are going to be rather chilly in the 30s. Okay, so that was our Thanksgiving forecast. I hope everyone has a wonderful day for Thanksgiving. Enjoy the football, enjoy the turkey, and don't eat too much, but save some apple pie for me. I'm meteorologist Stephen DiMartino. Have an excellent day.